Hello. What's up, guys? Face reveal. Not that good of a face, but face reveal. So, bhai, we are making a to-do application, a good to-do application. We've made to-do applications before, but they were not very good because we were not using databases. We were using servers, but middlewares नहीं यूज़ कर रहे थे. बहुत ज़्यादा chunked logic था. So we have structured our application better. Front end अभी भी नहीं है इस application में. It's a purely back end of a to-do application which we are going to build today itself. What are the features? Here are some. First of all, we have added a database support, MongoDB. This database support enables support for multiple users. हर एक user के अपने अपने to dos हो सकते हैं. Okay, whatever your to dos are, you can access them. It's not like एक बंदा है जिसकी application है वही अपने to dos डाल रहा है हटा रहा है. That's not it. Multiple to dos. Custom error support. Like if you are designing your application, then you know you're a good developer when you know कि क्या errors आ सकते हैं. And that is the real test of your application कि आप क्या errors handle कर रहे हो कि नहीं कर रहे हो. And module segregation as per logic responsibility. There are not of modules right now, only two or three. Three actually. One is the Express server wali file. One would be the database server wali file, and the third would be your errors wali file. You define all your errors in one file, then you export it and then import it into the main server wali file where you use your errors. Same for database, you write your all schemas and models in one file and then you export it from there and import into your main server वाली file. Okay, so बहुत simple सा structure है. अच्छा structure है. We have segregated functionalities. ठीक है. And again, there is an authentication layer. User can sign in and sign up. Why I have this sign up and sign in layer? Because we want multiple user support. हमें कैसे पता कि भाई कौन से यूज़र ने कौन से टूल डाले हैं. एक यूज़र कुछ अलग टूल डालेगा, कोई और कुछ अलग टूल डालेगा. ठीक है. पीपल वुड नॉट वांट टू नो कि भाई ये बंदा क्या कर रहा है क्या नहीं कर रहा. दैट इज़ अ वायलेशन. So that is why we are going ahead with all the protocols. Not all the protocols, but yes, sign up and sign in is there. And a good measure when you implement sign up and sign in is, first of all, you should do input validation. वरना people can really mess with your database. भाई वो भेजने के लिए कुछ भी email password वगैरह भेजेंगे. You should not allow that. You should be like, भाई आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग ईमेल इन दिस फॉर्मेट. पासवर्ड 8 से ज़्यादा का या कम का नहीं होना चाहिए. नाम में ये सब नहीं होना चाहिए. 100 से ज़्यादा बड़ा नहीं होना चाहिए. वट एवर इट इज़, यू शुड हैव अ स्कीमा फॉर योर इनपुट वैलिडेशन एज वेल. एंड थैंकफुली दैट्स वेयर Zord steps in. Zord helps us with request body validation. And you should never ever store your user's password in plain text. Why you should never do that? Because you never know who or what kind of attack your database might get subjected to. So you should always consider hashing your passwords. We are hashing it a little better with using some salting techniques. The bcrypt library in npm lets us salt a password. What is salting? What is a password? You should do some digging yourself because this video otherwise will become very large and stuff. So enough talk, more code. Let's just dive deep into the code. Okay. So I'm not going to commit this file. This is just to tell ki bhai these are the dependencies that I'm going to be using this time around. Express for the backend server, Mongoose is an ORM object relational mapping for MongoDB, DWT is for authentication, Zord for request body validation as I told, Bgrid for encrypting passwords using salts and hash, Chalk library I'm using for server application logs. Basically nothing too fancy. Terminal में जो logs आते हैं they're very boring to read, so just to make them more interesting and viewable, you add some color to your logs depending on success, failure, whatever. .env is important. Why? Because we want to load sensitive environment variables. भाई जैसे आपका MongoDB का URL हो गया, आपके कुछ JWT secrets हो गए हैं, ports हो गए, whatever it is which you don't want the general public to know. you use that in a .env file. How do you load an environment file into your application using .env? Even it's the same name as we use in Python as well. I don't like Python. So I'm not going to show you this .env file which I have here. I have a sample .env which will let you know कि भाई जब आप अपना कुछ configure करोगे then that's how you are going to do it. This is how your Mongo URI looks. ठीक है. Here you put your username, here you put the password, your cluster name, your Mongo and your database name. You can get this when you create a when you sign up for MongoDB on Atlas or Cloud. You usually get that. If not, you can just use a localhost one. वैसे भी it's going to be in a local only. Your secret and your application port. Usually it's 3000, but if you're doing some super next level thing, you might want a different port. You can always do that. Yo. So I'm not completing the video right now because why? This video was just meant to be a high level overview and architecture of how this application is going to look like. Further down the line, there will be like parts, like part 1, part 2, part 3. Part 1 will be where we design the database. Part 2 where we'll be writing the code for the Express server, and part 3 will be where we are writing for the errors. This was just supposed to be a demo-ish, trailer-ish kind of vibe. So we'll get into it later. Hope you guys liked what I saw. Please feel free to comment, share, like, and give me suggestions as well. So see you next time.